Okay, welcome guys. Today we've got we're going to do a webinar. Today we've got some special guests on, and what we're going to talk about is how to make passive income online with no selling and no recruiting. And the way we do it is through IPIS, and we use I guess a system which is utilizing Masternodes, and this is how we're able to generate this passive income 24/7 without actually doing much at all. So I'm going to very quickly go to our guests, and this probably going to just spend maybe about 30 seconds, tell them a little bit about their journey so far. So if we could just go to our first guest. Thanks for coming on, Tommy. Maybe if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey so far.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tommy from NYC. I've been doing the online thing for about 2 years. I've been struggling with doing a lot of programs and did the cloud mining, did the physical mining, and nothing really working out until I, found out about ICO Gold Rush and then the passive income system, IPIS. And ever since then, everything been going pretty good. And just trying to maintain and stay focused and just bang it out.
Yeah, man, awesome, Tommy. Yeah, it is. We've all tried many things online too. It's just finding something that sticks and then just being consistent with it. And then these sort of things do take time, and that's the main thing about it. So thanks for coming on today, Tommy. Luke, maybe if you could just quick intro a little bit about yourself and your journey so far and online.
Yeah, hey, how's it going, everyone? My name's Luke. I'm from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. I've been for about 4 months now. Father of 3, happily married. Just chasing financial freedom, really. Something that you can do on your own. You don't have to recruit. You don't have to sell anything. You can just put as much or as little work in as you like. Obviously, the harder you work, the more you're going to get out of it, which is what excites me. Instead of going to work and getting paid the same dollar every week, whether you put in 10% or 100%. So just loving the new passive income system and loving life at the moment online.
Yeah, thanks for coming on board, Luke. There's probably a lot of people that are watching that want to make exactly in your position, that are still working, want to make that step from full-time offline to full-time online. So I think a lot of people can relate to you. We are our next special guest, Gary. How you going, mate?
Yeah, how's it going, guys? How's it going, everyone? Yeah, my name's Gary. I prefer it when you call me Gaz, because that way it's way more friendlier. Yeah, look, I've been basically doing online stuff, making money online, niches anywhere from gold, crypto, the rev shares and that, what have you, over the last say 4 to 5 years. It's great making money online, and obviously there was a big shakedown not too long ago, and it took me a while to really get confident again in the online space, and I definitely found that in the IPIS system. With the can I mention it, the Masternodes that we're doing. I just feel that where we are now, what we're doing is basically what we've learned. We're just in a really good space at the moment. So yeah,
we'll come back to you in a second, Gaz, and you can maybe just talk a little bit more in depth if you want about that. But thanks for coming on board.
Thank you.
Garth, how's your journey been online so far, mate?
Hey, NG. My name's Garth. I'm from Brisbane, Australia, and I've been doing sort of online stuff for the last couple of years, mainly e-commerce, so like Shopify, and I started out in writing books or so for Amazon, and doing t-shirts. I did t-shirts with Teespring, so I did those for about a year each, and I had success with them, but not until I met NG. And I got into the ICO Gold Rush for the ICOs, and now with the passive income system. And as a direct result of that, I've actually quit my job about a couple of months ago now. So it's been a great experience, and I really appreciate the journey of coming along with you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Garth. It's always good. I used to, back in the day, I used to work with Garth, So that's how, we have a special relationship. We've known each other for a long time. So I could totally get what you're going through, mate, because, I haven't traveled it before. It's kind of tough when you first start, but then once you make the transition, you do get momentum. But it's kind of like working for, you're not working for a boss anymore. You still got to put in the work, but, you get to put in your work at your time. And you get to choose what time you want to work. But I mean, you still obviously got to work, but you have that incentive that you're building your own future. You're not building someone else's future, because that's basically how it goes when you work for a boss. So thanks, Garth. Thanks for coming on. Our next guest is Civi, mate. How you going? How's your journey online been so far, Civi?
Hey, thanks, NG. Thanks for having me on the webinar. Really happy to be here, guys. So yeah, I'm Civi. I'm a Canadian guy. I live in the Philippines. I've been working out here for about 6 years. I've been online about 1 year. There's been lots of ups, lots of downs, way more downs than ups. And I've always been just searching and looking for, quality communities that give excellent value, but also allowed me to earn money online, and specifically, from the blockchain, right? So since I found IPS, I basically just immersed myself in the content, just try to surround myself with the smart guys and the guys that know what's going on. And it's been an excellent experience, made a lot of money, and I'm looking forward to the future with this community.
Yeah, I think you're probably one of the first guys that are just it's like you're not scared to try new things. You're not scared to just go out there and do it, and then not have to really worry about whether you screw it up or not, because you're going to have an experience that is out of your comfort zone, that's new, but you're going to learn so much. And that's the thing with Civi. You just go out and do it, and you won't think twice about it. And I think if you think like that, and you try to block out, even though there is still some fear there, obviously, when you first do something. But if you just go out and go, you know what, I'm just going to go and do it, and I'm going to worry about the repercussions later. If you have that mindset, it's like, you know what, it doesn't matter, because that's a really good attitude. I think I wish I would have had that attitude sooner or later, because I would have been further ahead. But anyway, that's what's all part of it. We're learning from each other. But thanks for coming on, Civi. Brad, hey, if you could just some quick words about your journey so far online.
Yeah, Angie, no worries. Yeah, so I'm 35. My name's Brad. I'm from Brisbane, not far from Garth. So last year in about September, I was looking at some opportunities to earn money online. I got 2 traditional businesses. So for me, it was about getting into online earnings with low or no rent, expenses. And I got into crypto, and obviously when you get into crypto and you're brand new, like a newbie, there's lots of scams out there. Got scammed a bit last year, and luckily for me, I found come across NG on Facebook through a friend of mine, and joined ICO Gold Rush. Haven't looked back ever since, because made a few thousand in ICOs, flipping ICOs as per the ICO Gold Rush course, and then got into IPIS, kept on the webinars and kept to the system, and earning some good money and rewards from IPIS. So luckily for me, I'm in a great community, and we all help each other out. When you're not in a community, it's like you're a small person in a big world of crypto, and there's so many scams like there are in the real world. And luckily for me, I'm in a great community that help me out, help each other out.
Yeah, thanks, Brad, for coming on. It just really is, because if you have a community, you can relate, you can bounce off each other, you can people will you can have your little hissy fit, and people understand, and then we just get up again and just keep going. And so yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool having that community. I think it's the glue that keeps you moving forward. So this is what we're really about. I mean, if I can just quickly share my screen. All right, I'm just going to give you a very quick breakdown, and I want to go back to our panel in a second. But if you're not sure what we're doing, or we don't know what the system is, just get back to someone that is sharing this video with you now, and they'll give you a link. And basically what we do is, this is called the IPIS system, and this is what the sales page is. Click on the link, you'll come to this page. And basically how it works is we earn money passively through Masternodes. And Masternodes are kind of like antennas, or if you want to call it Wi-Fi towers that kind of exist in the virtual world, and they kind of act like a power, like a Wi-Fi signal as you travel from each city to each city, or each suburb to each suburb. these Wi-Fi signals or Wi-Fi towers will be around, in all the different suburbs, and they will make sure that the signal is strong, so then you still have good Wi-Fi, good data, so you never lose that bandwidth. And that's essentially what Masternodes is. They kind of secure the network, make sure everything is runs and the network is secure, and they have a number of different jobs. Now, what we do is we set up these Masternodes and we get paid. So what we do is we pull our funds together, and then we can come in and we can buy seats for about $100 or less, sometimes a little bit more, depends on your budget. We can pull our funds together, and then these Masternodes will be built for us, and then they'll return an income every block, and those rewards are going to be split up to the people that have got the amount of percentage in the actual pool. Okay, so what is a Masternode? The income comes from a unique feature in cryptocurrency called Masternodes. Masternodes are essentially an investment vehicle that pays investors a passive income for owning or hosting a full node, which consists of owning a required number of blockchain tokens or collateral on the company's network. We take advantage of this feature and create passive income daily. So, you can have a read of this page and basically how it works, but essentially we just, you come in, you buy XYZ of seats or whatever you can afford, whatever your risk tolerance is. That gets pulled together, the Masternode gets built, that goes live, we get the rewards, and then we split it to, whoever the people in that particular Masternode. So for example, if we have 10 people, each person has 10%, that Masternode generates $500 for the week, then each person will get 10%, each person will get $50 divided by 10. That's basically how it works. You can buy as many seats as you want, just depends on your budget, okay? So that's basically it. So in other words, it's a way to earn passive income 24/7 without you actually doing anything, okay? If that makes sense. I'll just stop my screen, and I'm just going to go back to my panel. Now, obviously, everyone's got a different risk tolerance. Everyone's got a different kind of where they are financially, and they, at a different journey. People can come in at different levels, as in, some people might only have $100 to start off with. Some people might have 10,000. It just depends. Each person is at a different level, and that's fine. But we're all kind of there to meet the same objective. So, Tommy, what if you could just maybe quickly give us a wrap up of your experience so far, or if you could just maybe shed some advice or some info that will probably help someone that is just thinking about getting into Masternodes.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, you could start off small. Like with $100. That's exactly how much I started off. In the beginning with ICOs, I started off with $100 here and there, and then same thing with Masternode. Is in the beginning it was like a couple $100 here and there. You don't have to go, all into one. You pick the best ones out, and then you just keep it going from there. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Awesome, man. Yeah, it's not going to be. This is not a get rich quick, or this is not a you're not going to become a million overnight. This is steadily building up your income to, $10, $20, $30 a day, $50 a day, and at the end of the week you got $500 a day, $500 a week. That's our objective. Some people are going to go to the extreme and get to $1,000 a week, $2,000 or $3,000 a week faster. But that's just depends on the person, obviously, the risk tolerance, because you are buying seats into a Masternode. Some Masternodes they're all different. Some of them return higher, some of them return more steady and lower. And we're finding that now that we've kind of figured all this out, we know the ones that are pay steadily, and I think that's where we want to gravitate more towards the one that are more that might be a little bit more slow paying, but they're consistent. So it all depends on the individual. Luke, what would you say your experience so far?
Just freedom, I think, so far. Like I'm sick of working for the man, effectively. I like coming home of a night and watching my investment and my new business grow every day and compounding everything. I think the keys that I found is if what you put into this business, and if you treat it like a business, you're going to end up reaping the rewards. So that's my experience so far. So I put a lot of time into this. I spend a whole lot of time online and searching new ways to increase my investment, and that's been experience. Just hard work and just keep at it. And I just love every single week getting paid every single week. Love
it. All right, thanks, Luke. Now, Gaz has been in quite for quite a while, so you probably got the most experience out of the panel so far. What's your experience so far, Gaz?
Yeah, no, thanks, NG. Yeah, experience definitely is something that I'm actually very grateful for. Because I'm actually in a situation now where I've actually sold my house. I'm moving out here in 2 weeks. So there's a lot of stuff I'm sorting out right now. I have had a bit of money. I've made a lot of money online. I've also lost a bit, made a bit. And, definitely from being with the RPIS and since the Masternodes was introduced, we've done a lot of Masternodes and we've joined a lot. And as NG said as well, we've also now, we have the option to decide as far as the strategy goes and sustainability. Some of the coins are more expensive and not as that they're more stable. But so the point I'm trying to make is I've actually worked out, and we've all worked out as a team, a strategy for something that is way more sustainable and what we've learned. So, with me right now, I'm actually going to be traveling to South Africa in mid-March. I'm going over for 3 months, 2.5 months. And basically the Masternodes will sort of support me along the way, and I'll be able to scale up just before I go with the experience that I've known, and with more of a strategy with the sustainable, lower risk Masternodes, if you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Because things are just getting better and better, and knowledge is power. And I think I'm actually glad that for me, timing is everything. And I know 3 or 4 coins that I'm not married to them, but definitely I know where I'm going with them now. And I've been watching them, I've been following them. I can see the pattern, and the confidence is there. So definitely for me, it's about creating something way more sustainable, and to support my travels. So yeah. So I'm chuffed 100%. This is just where I want to be. It's perfect timing, and I think everyone in this is probably will agree with me as well.
Yeah. So Gaz's experience is, hey, we've tried many Masternodes. Some have been good, some have been not so good. But what we've kind of figured out is it's like that old saying, people want to have their cake. They want to eat that. What was it? Something like they want to eat their cake or something like that. You know what I mean, right? I've totally screwed that up. But they want everything. Like they want both. They want fast paying, and they want that long-term sustainability. To be honest, it's you're going to have to give up one or the other. And we found that the fast-paying ones are great, but they don't last. And we found that slowing-paying ones are the ones that cost a little bit more to get into. They might cost twice as much to get into, but they're more stable and they seem to pay consistently. And I think that's where, from Gaz's experience, that's what suits him. It may not suit everyone, but it's what suits him because he's now traveling, and he wants that. Steady income, and I think that's it all depends on everyone's situation. But I think that's very important to note. And we figured out those coins. So, yeah, that's awesome, Gaz. Garth, mate, what's your experience so far? If you could tell us.
Sure. So, I've had an awesome experience, and the biggest thing I find is community. I know we don't talk about it, but there's over 400 members in the community, And honestly, I haven't come across a member that won't help you. Everyone is helpful, and you just don't find that out there in the real world. You just don't find that much help, because normally you're trying to do things yourself and you're trying to work stuff out by yourself. So that's the biggest thing about this. My experience so far as a community. I don't think you can do it by yourself. I think you're not going to win. And I look at this long term. I mean, this right now, this pays for my lifestyle. This keeps everything going with the Masternodes, and I want it to keep it that way. And so that's why you got to look at long term, and you just got to be smart about it. So yeah, it's some people don't even believe Masternodes exist and they don't pay, but I can tell you they do. So yeah, I just want people just to experience it for themselves and make their own decision.
Yeah, I mean, what we want people to do, I mean, obviously everyone's got their own goals. They've got their own income goals. But basically what we want people to do, if everyone could do this, it'd be awesome. But we just want people to get to the first level first. Just get to like $500 a week. I know $500 a week can change a lot of lives. That's like for some people, that's like almost a full-time job, and then they can stay at their job, but to get this additional income and then build up from there. So that's our goal. Garth has left his job, so this is something that it can definitely work for you. You just have to get with the right people, make the commitment, and just understand that it's going to take some time, like everything. But if you're with the right people, you're on the right track. So Sivi, maybe if you could just give us your experience so far.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Angie. All right, well, you just hit exactly my point on the head, and so did Garth. I was just going to touch on community, because for me, I mean, I don't have a much of a background in crypto. I don't have much of a background online, working online, all these things. And when I found a community like this one that has the support and it has the knowledge, and it also has, of course, the money-making ability, all wrapped up together with just a bunch of real people, keeping it very, very real as we are right now. This is the value that I found. And this is the reason why I promote it so freely. And I'm always telling people, if you want to find success online, surround yourself with the right people. And for me, this is the right people when it comes to anything to do with cryptocurrency. So thank you for that, guys. Awesome community.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Sivi. Yeah, and we do promote the IPIS system. Obviously, when you get in, you can make money from ICOs, which is the free product you get anyway. But what we want you to do is, start with the IPIS system, which is the Masternode system, and that's get up to $500 a week with that. Okay, it might take you 6 months to get to that stage, which is fine. $500, like I said, $500 a week changes lives. If it takes 6 months to do it, fine. You just take it slow and steady. But then you've got the other component, what Sivi just said too. If you promote it, you believe in the product, and it starts to work for you, you can promote it, and then you can get a 50% commission, which is basically like a $500, $550 bill in your pocket for just sharing with other people. It works, and then you're inviting other people to it. And it's not an MLM or any type of network marketing thing. It's just a one tier. It's just like sales, straight up sales. If you're knocking on someone's door and you say, hey, I've got a bunch of pots and pans. These are the greatest pots and pans in the world. They don't stick, and blah 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 blah. Here's your pots and pans. You give me money, and that's it. Basically how it works. So yeah, good point, Sivi. Brad, maybe just go to quickly with your experience so far, mate.
Well, like you guys said, community, but I won't talk about that too much because you guys have covered it really well, and that's really in my heart. But we don't have to sell this, because we all know that this is a massive trend in crypto, masternodes, and return on investment in mining has dropped off a lot in the last 6 months because everyone's done mining, and we're ahead of the rat race thanks to NG, because he looks at all the trends and shares the latest trends with our group, and wants to take action and make the money. But for me, the thing I like about it is you can invest in a masternode, like buy a seat for $100, or you can buy a whole masternode if you want, and you can actually sell that masternode off. So it's not like you just put some money in and you're getting rewards from that money you put in, and that's it. You can actually sell that initial investment off as well. So there's double whammy. But in my experience so far, obviously, I just followed what NG said, and the other guy said they were making money in ICO Gold Rush when I first joined, and I'm grateful for being in the community and in the group, but I wish I'd joined back September last year. Some of those ICOs just took off like crazy, but I still turned like a couple $100 into about almost $2,000 on my first 2 ICOs in December and January, and just followed what was said, just follow what worked, copy what works, like Sivvy says, and then the IPIS, just diversify, and now we've learned after 12 weeks what masternodes are worth getting into, and we've learned so much from that. But like I said, as a group, we know this is a massive trend in crypto, and we're making the most of it because we've got the vehicle that's in front of us, and we're in that vehicle. And I've got 2 businesses. I'm pretty time poor, and I like this because I don't have to build a team. It's not, it's not affiliate marketing levels deep. I don't have to sell this. I just put my money into it and keep growing my passive income each week, up and up and up for my family and my kids and everything, and go from there. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. And yeah, like everyone's got their own situation, and everyone's at a different pace at a different point in this journey. So if it's like, if you want to get to, just conservatively $500 a week, I think it's a fantastic opportunity to do that. It's just being consistent with it, starting off small, buy a few seats. But really what you're doing is you're buying the knowledge, because what we've learned in the last 12 weeks, we know which are the best masternodes now, which ones are the best paying for the return versus, the stability over the next, where we feel that they're going to be over the next 6 to 12 months. So you can get into those exact ones, which, like I said, you can't have both. You can have high paying that's not going to last long, or you can have the slow, steady ones, which will just pay you every single week, and that's what you want. But it's going to take a little bit more time to build up. So that's really where we're at. We have this knowledge now, and you can just come into it and tap into it, and then just take that knowledge and just apply it. Get in, immerse yourself with the community, get to know the guys and girls. We actually have a lot of females actually in the group too, but it's maybe they're a little bit scared of coming on camera. But we actually have a lot of women on board too as well. So it is a big community, and it's something where you can earn passively without actually having to deal with this. And I'm not sure if you saw my live stream, but I was talking to a couple of guys that were recently came to town, and they're riding their motorbikes all across the world. And they said to me, we need something that'll earn passive income, that doesn't require recruiting, doesn't require selling, that'll earn 24/7 without having to go to our computer. In fact, we can only come online twice a week, if that. And I said, this is it. This is the holy grail right now. It's Masternodes. So they're in that process of putting that together. So this is what it can do for you. So really all you need to do now is to basically get back to the person that is showing you this video, because they cared enough to show you this. It's something that's working for them. And then you just need to figure out, get more information, get back to them, ask questions, find out whether, if this is going to work for you. If you have the budget, put together a budget and just get cracking with it, because this is something that's going to be around for a long time. It's a trend, like Brad said, and you want to get into the trends and not be late at them. So that's pretty much it, guys. I really appreciate Tommy, Luke, Gaz, Garth, Sivvy, and Brad. Get back to these guys that showed you this webinar. Ask questions and just get involved and get amongst our community, because this is where it's happening. So with that said, thanks for coming on, guys. Appreciate it. And get back to the person that showed you this video. All right, guys. Catch you guys later.
See you guys.
Bye.
So yeah, have a good night.
Catch yous.